Good day, Lady Belfast. I am Spencer 7x7 from the channel Awesome Lady 7x7. I have come to request a humble interview for my channel. A lot of your fans have asked for it.
Please, call me Belfast. You are the master of this maid, after all. Now then, an interview? Please elaborate on the details of your proposition.
It's pretty simple. I ask some questions and you simple answer honestly.
Very well, I consent to this interview. I shall do my utmost to answer every question with utmost honesty and integrity.
Great. First of all, how does it feel to be head maid of the Royal Navy? Can we get a brief rundown of a typical day?
As head maid, I do indeed take pride in the fact that many of the girls in the Royal Navy respect and look with admiration to me. However, I also do have the responsibility of leading the girls as their role model. A typical day for me usually involves cleaning up the base and completing any paperwork or administrative duties, as well as taking good care of my master's mental and physical well-being. I would even take it upon myself to prepare a meal for my master and eat with them in order to establish a relationship of trust between us two.
Interesting. Which of the maids you think does the best job?
I am glad you asked me this. I have noticed that as head maid I do have somewhat of a preference for certain girls, so to speak. One of the girls who I think does their job the best is Sheffield. She does the duties of a maid with great care and diligence. I have noticed that she is very meticulous and very thorough in her cleaning routines. As such, I would consider Sheffield to be the best maid in the Royal Navy.
Sheffy? I did not expect that.
I know. She is often misunderstood due to her cold disposition, but she definitely cares about the well-being of her master more than she would let others know. Please let me give you an example. There was this one time when my master came home late due to having a late meeting. Sheffield was worried about my master and made sure that there was still food in the fridge, and that the hot water was still hot so that my master could take a shower. I have nothing but admiration for Sheffield.
What do you think about Sirius then?
Sirius? Oh, she is a fine young woman. I do admire her willingness to push herself towards perfection, despite what others may say. Many of the girls in the Royal Navy often say behind her back that she is trying too hard, or that she is too much. I wish that they would see her for what she really is, instead of what they only think of her as. Sirius is indeed an admirable and fine young woman, and a great maid. She has her charms, if you look hard enough.
I agree, she is pretty cute.
Indeed, she can be. Sirius is a very energetic and spirited young woman. I like the way she is always so positive and willing to go the extra mile. She will go far in life, I think. Do you have any other questions for me, Master? Please do not be shy.
Who do you think on the base you can call your best friend?
My best friend? That is a hard question to answer. My master definitely takes that spot. I suppose my next best friend would be my sister, Edinburgh. We have known each other since we were young and it is only natural for sisters to look after one another. I trust her and she trusts me. We work well in a partnership. Edinburgh is quite the talented woman herself. I only wish the best for her, like I do to my master. Do you have any more questions, Master?
What do you plan to do after the war with the Sirens?
Master, you have quite the interesting queries, I must say. After the war with the Sirens ends, I suppose I would like to take a little vacation. This would involve enjoying the great outdoors. I have always been curious about hiking and exploring new places. Additionally, I would also like to travel the world. There are so many things that you can only see in person, after all. I will never forget my time with my master, I will always remember them. With that said, I would like to visit all the places I have seen pictures of with my master. What do you think of my answer, Master?
Interesting.
My master seems to have run out of questions. Am I to interpret this being the end of the interview?
Not quite. I've noticed you have a large fan base. How does it feel to be admired by thousands, maybe millions of fans?
Master, I appreciate you for noticing this. It feels a little overwhelming, if I am to be honest. It is not a surprise, mind you. I have worked hard in order to become an individual worthy of being looked up to by others. However, I want to say something very important to my loyal fans. Please do not admire me only for what you see or know of me. Please admire me for who I am. We are not defined by what we have, but what we choose to have. If anything, please be who you are. Be yourself.
Wise words, very wise.
My master has called me wise. You do flatter me, Master. I have only said the truth, as I have witnessed through many experiences. If my master has any more questions to ask me, please do not hesitate to ask. I shall keep my ears sharp and open in order to listen to your every query.
I'm not really your master, just a humble civilian.
Master, you have made a request for my help, and I have accepted it. No matter how simple the request or humble a person, I cannot ignore it. If it would make you comfortable, I can refer to you as friend instead of master. You are still the one I respect, am loyal to, and serve. You may be an ordinary person, but I do not care. You can be anyone as far as I am concerned. What matters to me is that whoever is in front of me is not a master or a superior, but just a person. A friend.
Or, that's sweet. With that in mind, I do have one last question. It's a hard one.
Please ask away, friend. I am ready to answer whatever question you may have for me.
An raibh aon deachracht agat a bheith ag obair le Elizabeth nó war spite chun bon an cowlí riga a réachtáil ó lá go lá.
That is an impressive display of the Irish language, I must say. To answer your question, I do believe that I have what it takes to work with Elizabeth or Warspite as the head of the Royal Navy. There are moments when I doubt myself, but with every day this doubt seems to fade more and more. I've found that when I am in doubt or having a challenging time, I must rely on my allies to make sure that I am able to do my best and help the fleet in whichever way needs to be done.
Gotcha. Also, I don't really know Irish. That was a question from a friend of mine.
Well, I appreciate you taking your friend's question for consideration. I have answered with the best of my ability. I hope I have provided an adequate answer for you. As I have stated, I am always willing to give my services to you or your friends in order to help. I only ask for one thing. You must be yourself, no matter what. Always stay true to your character. You must find your own path, and never let others distract you or tell you what you should be. I do wish you the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you. Before I go, one final request. It's a bit bold.
Is it a request for something of great importance? If so, then I would love to hear it. I can assure you that I will do all I can to fulfill your request. Please, speak freely.
Can you ask Kakashi to make you a swimsuit? Praise.
My goodness. This is quite. I can ask her, yes. However, I would prefer it to be a swimsuit more appropriate for someone such as myself. I do hope it is not too modest. I am not entirely comfortable with the idea of wearing a swimsuit for the purpose of revealing my body. I have been raised with a certain code of honor. If you do understand my position, it would be quite appreciated.
Hood and Sirius as well as Prince of Wales rocked it, you can as well.
But, Master, please consider my feelings. I am a maid of the Royal Navy. I do not have to dress for other people's approval. I have a choice. I want to dress with the idea of being a maid in mind. Not I will say it, bikini. Please forgive me. I do not want to rock it as you say. I only want to serve my master and carry out my duties as a maid to the best of my ability.
Or, very well, I'll respect your wishes. Anything else to say to the viewers before we go?
Yes. Please take good care of each other. Never change who you are, only grow and develop naturally through your experiences. As the Royal Maid Belfast, I have always respected my peers and I will always be there to help. Please do not hesitate to contact me if required. My help is but one call away. Please take care, everyone. Until we meet again.
I'm sorry sir, but I forgot a very important question. Do you consider yourself British or Irish?
I suppose I would answer that I consider myself to be British, Master. I was born in Northern Ireland, but I consider myself to be a British subject and a proud member of the Royal Navy. May I ask why you have asked this particular question?
Some people in my community thought you were Irish, so I wanted to be sure.
That is completely understandable. People can misinterpret one's nationality for other ones rather often. I do appreciate you for taking your time in order to clarify the question. I am quite proud of my nationality, as it is one of many things that makes me a member of the Royal Navy and a subject of the United Kingdom. I am happy to have cleared up the confusion.